What's up, guys? Overture here with a new series, Perfect Class, where I play with a gun with no attachments and very little perks and try and figure out what can make the gun better and how you can do better with the gun. This week we're going to be talking about the MTAR-X. It's actually one of my favorite submachine guns. It's a very good gun. Some pros about it: it's very good handling for its range. It has very little recoil, and it's great for objective game modes. And the high capacity magazine is definitely a good thing if you're fighting multiple enemies at once. Some of the cons are the iron sights could be a little obstructive. Not a lot of people like it with a big huge circle, and the reload speed can be kind of slow. Now, when you're using an SMG, you got to remember that these guns are mostly used for their short range battles. If you are finding an enemy at a longer range, it's going to take a lot more bullets to kill, which is going to put you at a little bit of a disadvantage. Here is the class that I would choose to help you with this problem. Now, the grip and muzzle brake help you with those mid-range battles, and it makes it feel more like an assault rifle. If you don't like the iron sights, you can actually substitute the muzzle brake for the tracker sight. What I find the tracker sight does is it reduces some kind of view kick or recoil or something like that, so you can get those longer range battles. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. As for the perks, Ready Up is obviously a smart choice if you are running and gunning. Sleight of Hand for those quicker reloads, Steady Aim if you don't have time to bring up your gun, Dead Silence so no one can see you coming, and Focus for when you're getting shot at. If you're playing those game type modes, you could switch out Sleight of Hand or Dead Silence for Blast Shield or something like that. Some quick tips that you can take, they're not really perfect for this gun, but it's just some tips that you could have. One of them is don't sprint around corners. That's a very important tip. If I usually find myself dying because I'm too eager and I'm sprinting around corners too often. Another tip is the Hipfire spread is good, so you don't have to bring up your gun every single time. If there is an enemy within a good amount of distance, you can Hipfire and most likely get that kill off while they're waiting to bring their gun up. If you know where the enemy is, you could jump into their line of sight and fire. This is actually a tactic I use with most of my guns. If they know that I'm there, and I kind of like jump over them, so when they're going to shoot, they miss, and I am able to get my shots off on them. Another thing is you could strafe back and forth while you're aiming down sight firing. This is actually really good for this gun. I find it very effective because the fire rate is so high. It's actually a very good tactic. And also another good tactic is if you see an enemy in a room and they haven't spotted you and you can't hit them yet, maybe because they're head glitching or they're too far away, you can kind of step out of the view and throw a C4 in and try to get them that way. This is actually one of the only lethals I use because that's really all I would use it for. And my last tip is don't reload after every kill. This is problems that I see myself as well as other players having, is after every kill they feel like they need to have their magazine tipped off, and I usually find myself in a battle while I'm reloading, so it's better to just wait until you know you're safe before actually reloading your gun. Alright, now let's recap. The MTAR-X is actually a really good assault rifle type SMG. It gives you the range and damage of an assault rifle while handling like an SMG. If you want to increase your odds of winning at medium range combat, you need to use the foregrip and muzzle brake. And this is a really good gun for run and gunning in objective modes. You see people in MLG battles using them in dominations and games like that. So that's about it for this episode. I'm going to be trying to cover every type of gun in this game. Please leave some kind of feedback on how I can make these videos better. I know I'm new at this, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.